Two survivors of the HMS Bounty testified at a Coast Guard hearing today in Portsmouth.
That tall ship sunk off the coast of Cape Hatteras after a close encounter with Hurricane Sandy. And today, the ship's third mate described that sinking and subsequent rescue of 14 of the 16 passengers. 10 on your side's Ann McNamara has been following this story for us all day long.
She joins us now live in Portsmouth. Ann.
Alvita and Tom, when you're listening to the third mate testify, you can't help but think it sounds exactly like a movie. The story is so intense, yet the third mate tells us the crew never panicked, even when they were thrown into the water in the middle of the night.
I didn't notice any panic throughout the entire evening.
The evening of October 28th is when the HMS Bounty lost power. By midnight, both generators had failed, and the bilge pumps could not keep up with the water. Third mate Daniel Cleveland visibly emotional as he explained helping the crew to the safest spot on the ship.
We helped all our hands aft, so we pulled them. We pulled them up the nav shack and aft to the capstan, and then I took them by the hand and sent them back aft. And so they were on the weather side, on the high side of the vessel.
Huddled together in a seated position, crew members wearing flotation suits prepared to escape in life rafts.
The bow of the boat had gone underwater, and that's when Robin said, "We got to go." But there was no time. It took 2 seconds from that particular phrase to the vessel was on her beam ends.
All 16 people were thrown into the water and hit with debris. Meanwhile, the Bounty was rolling from horizontal to vertical and back again.
So it was coming out of the water and slamming back down. I've heard stories since that some people were caught on it when it would go up and back down. I was fortunate enough not to experience that.
Cleveland and 5 others held on to wooden grating. They swam to a life raft canister and somehow managed to inflate it, holding on to its string with their teeth. And finally, they got close enough to get in.
Drew could get his knee on my knee, and then myself and one other of the crew that was with us, I don't know who it was, we could push him as he tried to pull himself in.
Now, the captain, Robin Walbridge, is presumed dead. He apparently went down with the ship. Claudine Christian, who was another crew member, she also died in this tragic event. Today she was talked about. The third mate, Daniel Cleveland, he said, "We always saw her smiling. She was always in better spirits than everyone else, and that is how they will remember her." Live in Portsmouth, I'm Ann McNamara, 10 on your side.